One thing I can say with certainty is that much of the action against Donald Trump is politically driven. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Number one, Stormy Daniels, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, uber leftist Bragg. The city is in chaos because of him. Statistics. He took office on January 1st, 2022, last year. Okay? From that time to November of 22, 11-month period, Bragg downgraded 52% of all felony arrests. That means the police arrested somebody, they were charged with a felony, it went to Bragg's office, he goes, nope, downgraded. Either threw it out or downgraded it to a misdemeanor. 52%, okay? Compared to 39% in the year before Bragg took office. So you can see this guy doesn't want to prosecute many people. He lets heavyweight heroin dealers go out on no bail. He lets gangbangers with a rap sheet a mile long caught with loaded pistols out on no bail. This is not a responsible human being in any way, Alvin Bragg, in my opinion. Okay, so he's charging Donald Trump with a felony for allegedly paying Stormy Daniels money to keep her quiet. 90% of high-profile human beings, male or female, would have done the same thing because they don't want their families embarrassed and they don't want their businesses harmed. Remember, anybody can make an allegation about anything. Just want it to go away. Bragg knows that, and Bragg never would have charged this case unless Donald Trump was involved. Never in a million years would this man, Alvin Bragg, have brought that case. And he still has not defined what the felony charge is. After all this time. And he says, I don't have to until the discovery process. Makes me angry because I know it's corruption. That's number one. So this is political here. Let's go to Atlanta. Fani Willis, Fulton County. Okay. She has charged Donald Trump with 13 felony counts to try to illegally overturn the Georgia vote. Not just in Atlanta, but all of Georgia. So, where is the Attorney General of the state? That's his purview. Fani only has jurisdiction in Fulton County, one county. So, I went on News Nation with Chris Cuomo last night and said this. Go. Do you know how many counties there are in Georgia? Do you know?
No. How many?
159. Do you know how many district attorneys joined with Fani Willis in this action?
0.
Okay. Interesting. Now, jurisdiction, she has it in the Atlanta, Fulton County area.
Yes.
Does not have it in Cobb County. Doesn't have it in Savannah. Doesn't have it anywhere else. But who does? The Attorney General of the state, who should have brought this case because it is a statewide case. The alleged fraud, the alleged racketeering did not just happen in Atlanta. It happened all over Georgia. But not one district attorney from any other of the 158 counties would join with her. That should raise every red flag in the world. Okay, that logic is irrefutable. And a lot of these counties in Georgia have Democrat DAs. Nobody signed on. So, the only conclusion that a fair, rational person can come to at this juncture is this is political, just like New York City. Here's what Jonathan Turley said about it. Go.
Willis seems to have charged everything and everyone, is allowing God to sort them out. You look at this indictment and every call, every tweet, every speech seems to be a separate criminal act that composes this conspiracy. That raises really troubling questions as to the criminalization of the challenges to elections.
Now, we went over that in a historical sense with Thomas Jefferson, Aaron Burr, John Marshall. It's a message of the day. You can access it on BillO'Reilly.com. Okay, so the two so-called local beefs against Trump are undeniably political, in my opinion, and I think I backed it up to the extent Cuomo didn't have anything last night. He couldn't refute it. He didn't agree with it, but okay, you believe what you want to believe. All right? Now let's get to the feds. So, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, all right? Now, he's been maligned on the right. He blew the case of the former governor of Virginia, McDonnell, and he's a zealot. I mean, he's going to do what he's told to do by his boss, Merrick Garland. We all know that. Nobody challenges that. So Smith's whole case on January 6th, his entire case, is that Donald Trump knew he lost the election of 2020. He knew it. But he tried to overturn the election anyway. That's his whole case. Now, the key witness to that case is Vice President Mike Pence, because Trump wanted Pence to go in and delay the electoral count certification. We all remember this. That's what happened on January 6th. All right? Pence would not do that. Now, if Pence would walk into discovery, where he's under oath, and say, Trump told me he lost the election, but wanted me to stop it anyway, Trump's then convicted. But Pence goes on NBC News and doesn't say that. Go.
I looked through the process. I was determined to hear the objections that Republicans were planning to bring, Chuck, and many did bring.
Right.
I mean, you remember Democrats brought objections to Electoral College votes in 3 of the last 4 elections that Republicans prevailed. There's nothing unusual about that.
None of it, right.
But I did ask the parliamentarian.
Under the law.
I did ask the parliamentarian very directly, Chuck.
Right.
I asked her because I was hearing rumors. I was reading in the newspaper that there were alternate electors. I asked her point blank.
Was anybody in the White House telling you this?
From any state? And she said there was not. I don't recall that. I just remember hearing it in the public. And I wanted a definitive answer whether or not the parliamentarian had received any additional electoral votes. She had not.
Okay, once again, was anybody in the White House telling you this? I don't recall that. That's Trump's strongest point. Now, somebody told Mike Pence, hey, we know we lost, but we want you to go in there and boot it anyway, delay it anyway, so we get fake electors in there. And Trump is guilty. And so are all the people who would have advised him to do that. But that's not what Pence said publicly. So is what Pence going to go back now, an evangelical Christian under oath, and counter what he said on Meet the Press? I don't think so. Now, I'm not trying this case, not doing that, because Smith may have other evidence about his allegation, that Trump knew he lost and took illegal steps to negate the election. He might have had something else that I don't know about. But if it's Pence, he loses. Smith loses. Okay. Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to give you a timeline because I'm getting a lot of mail from pro-Trump people telling me that Mar-a-Lago is nothing and this and that. So I'm going to give you the facts, and I'm going to put them up on the screen, radio. I'm going to read it slowly so you can make your own determination. The whole thing started on May 6, 2021, when the National Archives requested that Donald Trump return some classified material. A month later, the archive warned Trump that it would refer the matter to the Justice Department if the classified documents weren't returned. And the archives told Trump which documents they were looking for. So they gave him a month, then they warned him. All right. 7 months later, Donald Trump returned 15 boxes of documents, but it took him a long time. 1 month after that, February 9, 2022, the archives, apparently dissatisfied with what was returned by Trump, referred the matter to the Justice Department. Now, the archives had to know that if you refer this to Merrick Garland's going to charge. They had to know that, just to be fair, okay? March 30th, the FBI opens its investigation, all right? April 26th, less than a month later, a grand jury investigation begins. Now, that's pretty damn fast. But Garland wanted this. He wanted to charge Trump, okay? Hunter Biden took 5 years. This took a month, okay, for the grand jury to be convened. 5 years for Hunter Biden, 1 month for Donald Trump. Come on. Okay. Then the raid at Mar-A-Lago. And documents are found in the raid. All right, it was a warrant signed by Judge Bruce Reinhart in Florida, and they seized 102 classified documents in that raid. So this is a legitimate case in Mar-a-Lago. Trump and his lawyers have to explain why, after all of this, and they had a year and May 6th, 2021, to August 8th, 2022, 15 months, and they still had 100 documents classified in Mar-a-Lago. They got to explain that. Okay? They have to. Now, again, in discovery, maybe they'll say whatever they're going to say. Trump declassified them. They could say that. They could have backup for that. I don't know. But this is the only one, as a reporter, that I can see presents a threat to Donald Trump. Now, will the kangaroo court in Manhattan and Fulton County and Washington, D.C., and it is, there's no doubt about it, they convict of anything. But on appeal, when you have federal judges looking at the whole thing, that's why Governor McDonnell, Smith's case was thrown out. Smith got a conviction on McDonnell for taking illegal gratuities while he was governor of Virginia. But Supreme Court, boom, threw it out. It wasn't even a close case. That's what's likely to happen here. And most of the indictments, I think there are 91 now, against Trump, will be thrown out before it even gets to court because some of them are so stupid. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.